Presidential heavyweight Rudy Giuliani versus Congressman Ron Paul. After Paul suggested that the U.S. actually had a hand in the terrorist attacks. Paul suggested that the U.S. actually had a hand in the terrorist attacks. According to a recent Rasmussen report poll, 35% of Democrats think President Bush knew about the 9/11 attacks beforehand. The so-called 9/11 truth movement has already infected people like Rosie O'Donnell and 1 in 3 Democrats and many other Americans, evidently including Congressman Ron Paul.
Ron Paul really has no business being on stage as a legitimate representative of Republicans, because the 9/11 truth virus is something that infects only a very small proportion of people that would identify themselves as conservative or Republican. And part of it is what Charles Krauthammer has famously called Bush derangement syndrome. I think that pathology has taken hold among many Democrats who would consider themselves mainstream. So anything that they could do to suspect or blame him for America's problems, I think a lot of it is just plain ignorance. And then there's a paranoid strain on the left. I talked about this in my book Unhinged, of tinfoil hat wearers who indulge in this kind of fantasy where America bears the blame for global jihad. Rosie O'Donnell and Alec Baldwin and Charlie Sheen, I believe. But it's there on the internet, and these people are absolutely rabid, and they are impervious to reason or logic. There are a lot of blogs as well that have been debunking a lot of these 9/11 conspiracy theories, but I think it's incumbent on mainstream news outlets to debunk these people, and I don't think you see nearly enough of that outside of Fox News.
Part of this 9/11 truth movement says that the United States attacked the Pentagon with missiles, that a plane did not hit it.
I try not to spend too much time in these cesspools, but it is worth taking a visit to places like, these WTC7 sites and Students and Scholars for Truth. And I note that Ron Paul has basically allied himself with these people. He appears with Students for Truth on campus. And he's appeared on radio shows like 9/11 Conspiracy Nut Alex Jones. And I would hope that would disqualify him the next time around from appearing on stage with other Republicans.
We shall see.